The owner of this place is a client. That's why we could get a table so last minute. That's why they gave us this bigger table. I imagine they'll send some complimentary stuff, too.
$55 for a steak.
They're known for their meat here.
And $35 for a salmon? You get the salmon to blow you for that price?
The Meyerowitz Stories New and Selected is a Netflix comedy drama directed and written by Noah Baumbach, an American filmmaker who's famous for making dramatic comedies like Frances Ha, Mistress America, but most notably for his 2005 film, The Squid and the Whale, which was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay. The story revolves around an unemployed living pianist, Danny Meyerowitz, his overly successful in comparison brother, although they both insist it's half-brother, Matthew Meyerowitz, and the patriarch of the family, a retired college professor, Harold Meyerowitz. From the beginning of the movie, you start to see the relationship between the Meyerowitz and how they are a dysfunctional family, with their father Harold being the most troublesome, to say the least. Harold is the conductor of what makes his kids so miserable. He is constantly being unsympathetic to them and causes them to feel inadequate. However, besides all the trouble that they grew up with, they can't help but love their father and stay by his side. When Noah wrote the script, he really wanted to grasp the reality of what family is. It's dysfunctional. It draws stark comparison to his earlier film, Frances Ha, with the hints of realism and essential development of the main character, making for valuable drama that hits hard. Because of this, we are given a dark comedy that works really well, but couldn't make it hard to laugh at times when you consider the predicament that they are in. What also stands out in this film, besides the well-written script and the complex relationships of the Meyerowitz, is the incredible performance by Adam Sandler, believe it or not. Every character is interesting in their own way, but Sandler's character is a definite standout. Throughout the film, Danny goes through the most development than the others. He's been recently divorced, he has no job, his daughter is going off to college, and deals with the emotional abuse that comes with being the descendant of the self-centered Harold Meyerowitz. It's also important to know that Danny is the most like his father. This illusion is displayed when Danny is talking to Matthew. The dialogue reveals to the audience that Danny is not listening to his brother.
My buddy Ptolemy, who lives across the street, or lived across the street from
Dad told me about your Karen.
Ptolemy is like you. He
Sorry.
works in
also
arbitrage.
Harold also does the same when he's talking to Matthew.
Talking to a friend
A lot of our
who
old
works at the
clients came
Times
with
about
us.
getting someone to come up and review the show.
I think we're
In recent years, I've essentially been ignored by
we're a
the
great
Times.
alternative to some of the
And I
bigger
think this
firms.
might put me back on the map.
This is our logo.
I believe Noah did this on purpose to juxtapose Danny and Harold to demonstrate the development of Danny as a character. Sandler really sells you this gloomy character who's going through a limbo of whether he sheds his troubling past or continues to be pushed around by his father. My two takeaways from the film are not only does it go to show that Adam Sandler still has the capability of acting really well, but my hopes up that this could be a much needed revival to his long,
Hey! Oh no, it's not you, it's the Chimichangas! Oh, they're making a run for the border!
and I mean long losing streak of lousy films. Also that I'm made to believe that this was the most underrated comedy film of the year. With movies like The Greatest Showman and The Disaster Artist receiving nominations, it would have been nice to see the film get a nod from the Oscars, or at least the Golden Globes, and this is including the fact that it received a 4-minute standing ovation at the Cannes Film Festival. I do hope you give this film a watch if you haven't seen it yet so that it can get the acknowledgement that it truly deserves.